My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. What's interesting, a lot of people think the face should be perpendicular to the ground. That's not true. Your spine, if you stood 90 degrees to the ground, with your spine straight up and down, the face would be 90 degrees, but we're bent at 50 degrees. So the face should match your spine. So that's a neutral club face. Now some guys get it more open on the backswing than that, but that's perfect. And that club face is good at the top.
Okay. So I think a lot of it just comes back to that setup and making sure it's...
I like your setup. The only thing I see in your setup sometimes, like I say, I think you're sort of sitting back a little bit more than I would be comfortable with. I'm going to keep going to Charlie Hoffman for the setup because I like his... If I put a box on his hips, that's really, I'm going to move you over here some and then lighten this up and you'll be able to see. Now obviously you two don't have the same exact build, so it's not, I mean, the length of your legs relative to your trunk and all of that, but as you'll see here, he's taking the club back similar to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Club face is a little more open going back. But he has a little weaker right hand grip than you do. Your right hand's pretty strong. So if you do find yourself going to the left, get your right hand a little more on top of the club, because I think your right hand tends to get a little... The more separated you get in the grip, the more your right hand's going to flip. I like to see the hands closer together and the right hand on top. The good news here is you didn't move hardly at all forward.
Yeah, that's been the big...
Right.
That's our big thing here.
I like how you turned your right hip deeper. See how you got it back?
Yep.
So that's better. There's a little forward movement, but it's not as much. You know,
I think I need to keep focusing on that because I'm thinking about all this other stuff, and I still think like the core of it.
That is a deal. That is a big deal. That's a hard thing to change, though. I will tell you. You're gonna have to put a lot of practice reps, not hitting balls, but just put a club across your right toe and left heel, and work on getting the right hip to go toward the left ankle.
Yeah.
See, that's an unnatural movement.
Right.
And then on the backswing, you'll see he gets that right hip deeper.
Right.
Like you were saying before, to feel like the right hip gets deep, that's a good idea. But technically, I mean, obviously that he has shorter arms than you. You're a taller guy. He's only 5'11", but I like where your club is. I want that takeaway to be just like that right there. Keep the handle in on the shaft line, keep the club head, and that club face is good. It's good at the top. Then you get your right foot. See how there's a gap between your knees here?
Yeah.
If we could get that gap closed, that would force your right knee toward your left knee a little more toward the yeah. And that's something I think you got to practice in the gym too. You could put a ball, squeeze a ball between your knees and turn.
Yeah. That's true. That kind of forces, because if I'm going forward.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that's what pushes your hip forward.
Exactly.
I know because I had this flaw and I fight it to this day. Right. And it's normal because the force of gravity is pushing you forward. You see how the hip crosses that line?
Yeah. Let me get it.